Okay, so for today, I would like to talk about how I list cards like these, Japanese One Piece cards, or even cards like these, Japanese Pokemon cards, onto TCG Player. Now, I know with Japanese Pokemon, they currently have it where you can list it, it has its own section. But for sellers like myself, who has a lot of Japanese One Piece, I can list them as photos in the English One Piece section and still make sales. In fact, that's what has been most of my sales so far. So if you're new to the channel, welcome back to my channel. My name is Will. I run Keone Games, which is a small online TCG business. But yeah, I just wanted to go over my process of how I list basically foreign cards, which is really only Japanese right now, onto TCG Player. So a little bit more about like how I do the process first. I actually don't take photos of my cards itself, like each individual card, because predominantly what I sell on TCG Player currently is all bulk. If they were like higher value cards, I would be a little bit more inclined to take photos of that specific card that I'm selling. If it's like $5 or $10 or more, I would do that. But because all the cards that I sell are bulk, I basically use stock images. So just want to show you my process and how I do that. Okay, so I have you guys brought over to my laptop now, and I just want to show you my process that I do in order to list these Japanese cards on TCG Player. Like I said, you can do this on eBay as well, which is what I do, but I just don't list as much stuff on eBay, and I haven't been lately. I've been focusing mainly on TCG Player just because it's an easier website to use, and I feel like I just get a lot more sales on TCG Player when it comes to bulk compared to a website like eBay. So I don't know if this is the best process, but this is the process I have came up with. I've tried to look up how other people have done it, but I realized a video like this, or I guess kind of like a tutorial or a process like this, no one has really shown before. Like, at least I haven't been able to find one whenever I've tried to look for it. I use whatever is free. Being a new business, I don't like spending a lot of money on things I don't really need. So I have my, I guess this would be my list of all of the cards that I want to list up on TCG Player. So this is going to be like the first card. I've done all the blue ones already. I'm now moving on to purple for One Piece. And I just have this all up, and I know like it's all the commons and uncommons that I'm going to be listing. Unfortunately, there's no way to just sort through and have it so you have you can do singles, but the rarity for TCG Player, it's only like one or the other. I can't select common and uncommon, so unfortunately, I need to do all of the rarities. Just going back down. So for me, whenever I'm about to list like the next card, I mean, I look at the card, I look at the image, and I'm like, okay, it's a common. It's going to be like, this is going to be the next one. It's going to be an uncommon. I grab my stock images for Japanese cards at least. This is one of the best websites I found in order to find good clear images. I've seen some other like Japanese websites as well. They just haven't been as clear. But yeah, this is Limitless. They have Pokemon cards on here as well. I've looked through some of those, but I really only use this for Japanese One Piece now. I'm going to be listing purple. So to get to this, you need to go to, I think it's like advanced search. It's just like cards advanced search. Yeah, there's an advanced search tab up here. And I want, you put in like the set name. I'm listing Wings of the Captain, OP6, and they're going to be common and uncommons. And I select the language as Japanese, search with these options, and now you'll see I have 13 of the common and uncommon Japanese One Piece cards, and you can see the images are pretty good. They're very, very clear. I normally click on it, and then the other tool that I use, something that's free that you should have, is the snipping tool. I found this to be very useful. I used to use it back in the days when I used to do a lot of gaming, to like snip things or to like screenshot things and like send them on Discord. But yeah, let me show you how I do it. Grab a huge stack. This is the first card I have. God, it looks like I have almost like 200 of them. I mean, this is just like half of them here. But I like to do things in bulk. So what I like to do first is I like to get all of the images. So I know there are going to be, what was it, I say 13 cards. And I will just start snipping them all. So just quickly snip it. Bring this over, click Edit Paint. I'll click this, which will resize the image. And I like to just go 222, just to make it easy. So I just tap 2-3 times. I try to be as efficient as possible, just so I can blow through these more quickly. I don't know what I don't remember the exact pixels you need in order. It has to be a certain pixel size in order for you to upload it. So let me, I guess, like show it to you. Like if I were to do, let's say I wouldn't do anything and I would just keep the image like this at this size, this would be considered too small. So I typically save as a JPEG, and this is just card number 1. So if I were to try and upload this photo right now at this like resolution amount of pixels it has, let me show you what will happen. New tab. So this card, I mean, TCG market price, it's 7 cents. Lowest listing is a penny. So I already know that it's gonna be at my floor price. All the cards that I ever list are mint condition. This drop down thing is super useful. 19 cents is my floor price. And I always list at a maximum 30 of the cards, even though I have, I think, it looks like there's like 200 of the same card essentially. I only list 30 because I know these may never sell, or they may take a long time to sell, and I just don't want them to sit in my box. I know I'm going to be getting more of these cards. I'll have these like in storage, and if I ever need more of them, or they for whatever reason go up in price, I can quickly grab more and list more. But in my current like active living inventory, at least for One Piece, I try not to have more than 30 unless it's a very like highly desirable card, like Queen and ST, like the standard deck 4. I know that card sells really well, but I list as 30, and in the title, always just Japanese. That way, when I get the printout, I know it's a Japanese card. The customer knows it's a Japanese card. If you haven't seen the video about the customer that was upset that they bought Japanese cards from me, even though they had multiple checks, you should definitely watch that one. He had plenty of warnings to know that what he was buying was going to be Japanese. We'll go to my photos. I have them always in just my downloads. You can create like a separate folder just for all the images that you are going to be like editing. I'm going to try and upload this. And okay, so it says your image is smaller than the required size of 750 pixels wide. So it needs to be 750 wide, but I don't grab the exact amount of pixels for it. I already know that if I were to After I had snipped it, opened it up in Paint. You can do Control W if that makes it easier. I just try to use both my right and left hands and like really like never move them too much and try to be as efficient as possible. I know 200, like making it twice, the image twice as big will fit that 750 pixels, but just to make it easier, because I don't want to have to reach over, my left hand is, you know, on the 2 on the top row of my keyboard. I just do 222 and it just blows it up. So let me resave it again. Overwrite this. I close Paint down, and now I need to do it again because it didn't meet the requirements. So near mint again, 19 cents. I'm gonna list 30 of them. It's in Japanese, and now let's see if it will upload. Okay, so yeah, it came up. Photos up. You can write a description of it if you want. I don't feel like there's ever any use, and as you guys can see from my other videos, I don't think people really even read the description unless it's like a very specific type of card, or maybe there's like, it's like a higher end card where there might be some damage on it. Like if it's like lightly played, you can say there's like maybe like some like white spots on the card, or there's like a minor scratch, a very faint scratch on like the foiling. I feel like that's when you can write it in the description. I think people that are buying like more higher end cards on TCG Player, that's when they may read the description or like go through it. But I then just like publish it to live. So I will get my 30. I'll count out 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Oops, sorry. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, so this is essentially like what 30 cards look like, and I will set it aside. And I'll eventually put it into my live inventory, so we'll then go to the next card. Oh yeah, just in case, I will pop an image up to show you the stack that I'm actually working towards right now. It's a pretty big stack, it seems like. For OP06, for the purple, I have a ton of them. It's a little bit more than normal. Yeah, with all the other cards that aren't going to be in my active inventory, I set those aside, and I will be putting it in storage. But that's what the process essentially looks like when I'm just doing one card at a time. But me being me, I like to be efficient. I will copy, or like, at least I will edit all of my cards. So I will edit all like 13 cards first before starting to upload them. So I tried cutting or using the snipping tool and like just snipping it like this, and it works. It's just when you, because it's a smaller image and the resolution is smaller, when you do blow it up in Paint, the quality of the photo doesn't look as good. The stock image just doesn't look as good, which is why I always click on the image. You have a much bigger stock image, and then you're able to cut it really quick. Hit it in Paint, just blow it up, save. I just named this one too. Even like on my mouse, I use the little, I think it's a G520. It's an old one. It still works really well. I just hit the back button, so I'm not having to hit the back button each time on the browser. Go to the next image. Edit in Paint. Stretch it up. So yeah, I just number these in order, and I just try to remember the order I had gone through. But you can see, like, I feel like when you do the same process over and over, you save time because you're just more, like, I guess, like in the zone almost. So I will typically like do this. This is probably like one of my least favorite things to be doing. I will do this while like listening to like a podcast or something, or listening to a video. It's hard to like actively watch something because you're actually having to look at what you're doing. Unlike sorting, I feel like with sorting, it's a bit easier to like watch something and sort at the same time. Yeah, going through all 13 of these will be fairly quick. Don't know if there is a more efficient way of doing this, faster way of doing this. I know to like make it nicer. I mean, it's the good thing I like about this website is it's already, it's already like on white, and there's like there's a little bit of a border, so it's kind of like white on white. And the only part that you need to like really worry about is maybe that little black spot there. But I guess you could get rid of the background if you want to with like a background remover, but I just feel like that's unnecessary. It takes too much time, and it's just a bulk card, and I just want to just show that it's actually in Japanese when people look at the card. But yeah, this part goes by. I mean, you start to get like faster. I used to be kind of slow at this, and used to kind of like take my time and make sure everything like worked well. But I now have my process set when it comes to grabbing stock images, where it does go by much faster. But I will finish doing these real quick, and I will then show you how I quickly list a bunch of cards like you saw for the first card. Okay, so now that I finish snipping and resizing all of my photos in Paint, have all 13 of them back on the TCGplayer website, and I'm just going to start listing them now. So this was the first card I listed. These ones are all rare. I know this is going to be my next one. I don't know why you're unable to, like, if you hold Control and then left click, it will open it up into a new tab. That's how it typically works for like whenever like you're on like a different website and you are trying to click on like a hyperlink and it will open up a new tab. That's the shortcut I typically like to use. But whenever I click on the image, the text, or even when I click on the add button, it never seems to open it up in a new tab. So if you guys may be wondering why, it's why I right click, left click new tab, and let it pop open. It's an extra click essentially, but that's the reason why I do it. Oh, this card's actually worth a bit more. Okay, so I will always look to see what the TCG lowest listing is and the market price is. For the most part, the lowest listing is always between like 1 and 10 cents, and market price might be in the teens. For those cards, I might check it sometimes, but when it's 34 cents and the lowest is 25 cents, I will actually click on it just to check. English cards are worth more than Japanese cards, so I typically try to list mine under everyone else's. But it has a pretty good sell-through rate, so about 22 of them sell every day. I like to go into the data I see a lot of people are buying play sets. For the last 5 sales have been play sets. Some people are buying them in bulk. I don't know if they're potentially speculating on the card going up, but yeah, like as you can see, the cheapest one is 25 cents. So I actually don't have to list this one as my floor 19 cents price. What I then like to go and do, this is the other trick that I've learned and heard from other sellers as well. I will go down and until I see someone that has more than 4. So this person has 9. It's near mint, selling it for 33 cents. Pretty good ratings. I mean, they're a gold seller as well. So I might list mine for 32 cents, but I will then, just in case this person might be undercutting everyone, I will then go and see the next few. So there's one at 39 cents that has 14 of them. This one's 39 cents at 12, 39 cents, 15. So this person is undercutting the 33 cent guy, is undercutting it a little bit. I may actually put mine at 38 cents because once this guy sells, probably 8 of them, because next 2 people that want places will buy from this guy, mine will be the next cheapest one. I'm never in a super hurry to sell. But another thing I like to do sometimes is show only listings with photos. And what this does is it shows me potentially Japanese, other sellers on TCGplayer that might be selling Japanese cards as well, and to see if they have any listings up or if any sold. It looks like basically none have sold. There's really not a lot of Japanese one-piece sellers on TCGplayer. I think that's why my cards sell as well as they do. For the people that are potentially collecting Japanese one-piece bulk, or mine are just the cheaper alternative compared to English. I don't know how they're able to play with them, because I've heard for Japanese One Piece you can't use it for sanctioned events. So yeah, there's 160 listings, but none of them have photos, so clear the photos. But yeah, like I said, I think, what was it, 38 cents? I'm gonna list them for 38 cents. I don't know how many of these I have. Probably not as much. These are uncommon. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Only 13 of them. So definitely not like the 200 like I had for the other one. So I'll close this window. Add 19 cents, and this was 13 quantity in Japanese. And I know this is card number 2, published live. So I mean, that takes a minute or less. I mean, you can be quicker. I might be going a lot slower just because I'm having to explain my thought process. Close this window, go to the next card, which is this one here. So, perfect example, this one, lowest listing is a penny, market is 5 cents. I don't even bother checking the live listings. I just go straight to add photo, near mint, 19 of them. I count out to see how many I have. This one looks like I have a ton of them too. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay. So I have another 30 of them again. I'll put it onto my live listing pile. I will then go through the rest of the stack, and it's another 150 of them or something that will just go into storage eventually, or I might sell them in bulk lots. See how that goes there. 30 Japanese, card number 3, and publish to live listing. Close that window, go to the next card, which is this guy. Same thing, Lowest listing is 1 penny. It's even lower. Market price is 4 cents. 19. Probably have a ton of these too. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. For me, it's easiest to count by twos. It's what I've always done. Put that 30 cards in my live listing, 19 cents, 30 cards. You can see I don't even need to like type anything out. It's like so quick. Is it number 4? Sometimes forget. Yep. And the rest will go in storage. So yeah, you guys can see like this can go pretty quick. I was very slow at doing this when I had first started, but now I know like if it says it's a penny, sometimes the lowest listing isn't correct. I think TCG Player is a little bit slow in updating their prices, so let's like just check this one real quick. It says the cheapest one is a penny. It actually is. Sometimes there would be one person just like undercutting everyone, which is why I like to look at the market prices. So let's say the market price was something like 25 cents, but the lowest listing was like 1 or 2 cents. That tells me that someone is just trying to like race to the bottom, trying to sell their card for super cheap just to get sales and sell them quickly. So it will sometimes go from like 1 to 2 cents and then it will jump to like 10, 15 cents. And in those situations, it's like, okay, well, if there's that big of a jump, the penny people are undercutting. Let me see what's the next listing where it's like a gold seller and they have a lot. So this one I know is essentially just a bulk card. This guy has 36 of them and he's selling them for 3 cents. Maybe wondering why, like why do I even bother like listing these cards? You'll be actually really surprised. There are cards even in Magic where they are like penny cards and people will buy a playset from me just because I have a playset. They'll buy it for 19 cents each, so it's a $76 sale sometimes only. But there are other times where, at least like in Magic, a lot of like Commander players, they'll buy like one of a ton of cards. And because I have a decently wide inventory, which I'm trying to make wider and more expansive, they will buy a bunch of cards, bunch of like just bulk cards like this for me, because I have essentially like every card in like every set. But yeah, let's go to the next card. This is like number 5 now. So another penny card. This one is going for 17 cents. So market price, that's when I will click and check. So it said the cheapest one was a penny. There might have been one for a penny that may have sold. Next cheapest now is 5 cents. There's a person selling for 6 and 7 cents, 7 or 6. But it looks like this is going to be another like floor price card because this guy has 50 of them, selling them for 8 cents. He's a gold seller, plenty of sales. So it's not someone that's just trying to like undercut everyone. This guy has 98. So yeah, this card will be another 19-cent card, which may or may not sell. Let's count these out. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Put that in my live listing, 30 of them. And publish the live. And these ones I have about 100 in extra bulk as well. I'm not sure why I have so many of these ones. I guess I don't know. OP6 was very popular, I guess. one point. But I won't make you guys go and watch through like all this. You guys have an idea of my process and how I will snip stock photos, blow them up so they're big enough amount of pixels, and like how I will like list my cards, or like what I will like write down, and how I go about putting them on TCGplayer and putting it into my live inventory. So yeah, that is basically my process. I hope that gave you guys an insight of how you can list foreign cards on TCGplayer, or even just like other like bulk cards that you may have on eBay. The eBay, like I said, the eBay listings haven't been selling as well for me. I actually don't think I've had a sale on eBay for any of my bulk lots in a few weeks now. But I want to give you guys a little bit of an update about like what's been going on for me. So I've been focusing a lot on listing more cards, like as you can see. I've been doing more research on how I can grow this YouTube channel. I didn't realize there were so many different like intricacies for how to grow like a YouTube channel. There's so much information out there, and it's almost like information like overload. I've been like researching to figure out how I can like improve like the lighting. I actually just bought like a simple like desk lamp very recently, just earlier today. Bought another like bigger table as well, so hopefully I can use like a deeper table for like a YouTube studio setup. But I realized what I really need is like a phone holder, like desk mount, or some sort of like tripod for my phone. I'm recording from my phone right now. I realized that there were phone settings within my phone that I hadn't like unlocked. I think I was like recording at 1080p, and I didn't realize I could actually record in like 4K. So hopefully these videos look a lot better now. I'm still using my laptop for when I'm recording things like on screen, but I need to figure out a good way of using my phone as like my webcam for when I'm actually recording. I think I found a way of how to do it, but it wouldn't really make a lot of sense if I don't have like a tripod or something to hold my phone up to use as like my video recorder. I looked into like also buying some like better lighting. I didn't realize like how expensive like video or like photography lighting can be. Like on the cheaper end, it's already about like $100 to $200. Being that I make $100 to $200 in a week, spending that much on lighting is kind of scary, but I've seen them go up to like $800 to $1,000 per like light. But it is something I do want to invest more in. I just don't know what would be good for my setup. So I have my phone as my video. Lighting, I know I need to get. I don't know how the lighting is now with this basic lamp. I know I need something to stabilize my phone, and I know I need better audio. I know like even audio on my phone isn't that great. It's even worse. I realize on my laptop, even using my little boom mic that I used to use for gaming, the audio on that isn't that good. When I hear like wireless like audio, like little wireless devices that people like wear on their shirts and stuff, the audio on those like sounds so much better. I know like having like a dedicated like microphone for your desk, but you kind of need like a whole like arm setup as well. Like that can cost a lot, and I really just have no idea on what to be purchasing for like my budget. So it's just been a lot of like research I've been doing, watching a lot of videos, listening to a lot of videos on potential things to purchase for like a new setup. I did, like I said, I bought like a used desk. It's a Gallant desk that I used to actually have It's a smaller one, but it's a very sturdy desk, and I really liked it in the past, and I was going to use that as like my new desk, so I just have a little bit more space. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions on like a YouTube, like a budget YouTube setup, I'm all ears. Like, please, like, leave them in the comments. I'm been having a lot of decision paralysis lately, but kind of dealing with like my own like personal things in my own personal life, trying to make sure like my house is actually like maintained. It's just a lot more time consuming to have to do when you live on your own now compared to when I shared responsibilities with a partner. But yeah, card business has picked up like a little bit. The sales are still kind of slow. I realized like the last 3 videos I put on YouTube, which were kind of like a day in a life kind of videos, those didn't seem to like do very well. I mean, I don't know if they even broke like 50 views, but I'm hoping more educational or like tutorial content like this is a little bit more appealing. Gonna try and upload and edit this by tomorrow and see how it does. But yeah, it's still been really great watching the YouTube channel grow. It's been slowly growing. I'm just like trying to find ways of potentially growing it a little bit faster. But until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.